Hi everyone, we live. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes and allow more and more people to join in. Hi Vishal. Hi Mr. Sports Cricketer. Hi everyone, thank you for joining in. We'll wait for a couple of minutes to start the conversation. Till then, if you have any questions, hi Neeti, if you have any questions, go ahead and type in your questions. We can take it in between or we can take it. Varun, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well as well. Hi Amit. All right, I think we're just waiting for a few more people to join in and yeah. A few people have sent in a request to join into the live. I'm not sure if it's the right request. I think it's happened by mistake, so please do clarify here. Guys, just a minute more. I'm just waiting for Tasreem to join in before we begin. Himanshu, the reason for live is to talk about nutrition, and nutritionists can talk about nutrition. We're specifically going to be focusing today, on nutrition for runners. However, if you have any other question as well, pertaining to nutrition, feel free to put that in comment section, and I'll be glad to answer you. Varun, yes, we're going to start. We're going to start right away. Okay, I think. All right. Let's just start. As and when Tasreem joins in, we will allow him in. Maybe if Neeti, you were online and if you could check. Yes, Sahana, I am a clinical nutritionist. I do help people with all the nutrition related issues. Nutrition for young badminton athletes. All right. So your name says Nutrify by Poonam. I'm assuming that you are a nutritionist or a health coach yourself. All right, let's begin. I would request Janil or Neeti to follow up on Tasreem. Guys, please follow up. Our Fast and Up product, all natural. Yes, they're all natural. There are no preservatives. There are no added chemicals. And personally, I use those products as well. So yes, they are safe products. All right. So while Tasreem joins in, let me just quickly give a brief background about myself. I am Nidhi Nigam. I'm a clinical nutritionist. I've been practicing nutrition for over 8 years and I've been helping people across the globe. I deal with nutrition in the whole life cycle, which means from infancy till the golden years of life. So I deal with infants, I deal with toddlers, teenagers, adolescent ladies, men. I deal with hormonal imbalance. I deal with metabolic disorders. I deal with clinical therapeutic nutrition. I deal with sports nutrition. So that's a little bit about myself. All right. No sugar but sucralose, can I take daily? Guys, I would just request you to type your question as a whole question so that it makes it easy for us to answer. Okay, there are a few questions which are more admin based. I'm sorry, I may not be able to handle those questions. You may want to get back to people there. Right. So finally we have Tasreem. I've just sent him an invite and I'm hoping that he'll join soon. Palkar, I think I missed your question, but I can only read. Please tell me. So I would request you to type in your question all over again. Hi Tasreem, how are you? Tasreem, am I audible? There seems to be a technical glitch. Tasreem, am I audible? I can't hear you. While we're waiting for this technical glitch to be sorted out, I would just continue, my background. So yeah, so I've been helping people. I have a physical clinic in Bangalore. I consult in a hospital as well. And I do have clients across the globe. If you need any questions while I am live on Fasting Up today, you can also follow me on my social media handles. My Insta handle is nutrify.with.nidhi. So I'm there. I have a Facebook page, which is Nutrify with Nidhi Nigam. My website is www.nidhinigam.com. So in case if you're looking for any information, reach out to me through those channels. Tasreem, hi. I did get your message, but I'm not able to hear your voice. Nidhi, there seems to be a technical glitch. Palkar, my name is Nidhi Nigam, and my Insta handle is Nutrify with Nidhi. Need to know pre-workout powder is good for doing physical workout. Himanshu, it will totally depend on what your target is. What is it that you're preparing for? Are you preparing for a run? Are you preparing for your six packs? Are you into heavy bodybuilding? This will just depend on your goal.
Hi, Nidhi.
Hey, hi, Tasreem. Finally,
Hi.
we can hear you.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Like there were some technical issues, right? Good to see you here. Yeah.
Thank you. Same here. Likewise. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have been here for last 5 minutes. I did share a little background about myself, and I leave the stage open for you now.
Okay. So I'll just give my introduction. Myself is Tarseem Singh, and I'm a member of a Victorious Vectors running group. This group has been founded in 2016, and the main two key members are by a coach, Mr. Sanjay Dasila. He's a national level runner, and another important key person is Mr. Rupesh Tawar. He's a think tank of the group, right? So the idea was pretty simple to promote running as a sport, right? And in a broader term, if I'd say like just to promote fitness and healthy lifestyle. So the motive still remains the same, promoting running as a simplest hassle-free routine to remain fit and healthy amongst the people, irrespective of their age group. And our coach Sanjay Dasila strongly believes that age is just a number, and He's a true coach. He himself stands true to the same. So in a Victorious Vectors, we do provide online and offline training to the
All
kids,
right.
to new beginners, you know, and we do have a dietitian also in our group, and we do have a yoga instructor as well. And so we do our training at Akshardham Commonwealth Village Game Stadium from Tuesday to Saturday, and for a Sunday we do go for a long run. So that's our our workout schedule for our Victorious Vectors. So that's all about me
Great.
and my group about for Victorious Vectors. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So great to hear about the group, and great to hear that more and more people are becoming fitness aware, and how important it is. In fact, I've taken it as a mission to create awareness about how important it is to stay healthy, and how by staying healthy you can reverse so many health conditions. So the last week I've been rewarded as a Fit India ambassador from Fit India government movement. So
That's great.
that enables me to take it a little more forward. I hope we can work together and make health a priority for a lot of Indians. Yeah. So
I
with
would
that,
say
let's
that
just start.
yeah. So let's
Sorry.
start, and I would say that a nutritionist and the runners are the two sides of a coin, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yes.
So so that's a it's an opportunity for me to ask a couple of questions, and that's going to be help for my team members and other runners that who have joined us from a worldwide. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Amity, so what do you suggest, like how runners should plan their diet?
Okay, that's a good question, Tasreem. Now, for runners, food is more than simple nutrition, right? Food is fuel. Now, for a general population, let's say, you are a beginner running, or you've been running for 3 years, but prior to that phase, you ate as in when you felt hungry, or as in when your taste buds tickled you and you ate. But when you start formal running, it becomes like fuel, because when you're running, you do definitely need food for the run, for the recovery, and for the preparation, right?
Okay.
So you need to definitely ensure as to what and when and how you eat before and after your runs becomes utmost important. So few tips for a runner to make sure that they're on top of their game is to really fill your house with real food, right? So when I say real food, I mean, no refined, no junk, no sugar. We're looking at, and mind you, carbs are extremely important for runners, right? You need that fuel. So what you need to do is get real food at home, which is whole carbs, complex carbs, whole grains, nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are extremely important for runners. Now, if you are somebody, let's say, who runs not very, very frequently, you can have carbs of 50% in your diet, and on a higher end it can go up to 75%. Okay, that's your allowance. The other thing, if you're running for 2 days and strength training for 2 days, right? So strength training also is a part of your
Sure.
whole package, right? So if it's 2 days of running and if it's 2 days of workout, look at 50% carb, 45 to 50% carbs, 30% protein, and the remainder is fat. Okay. If you are then working out, let's say for 4 to 5 days and running 2 days long runs, increase your carbs, increase your protein, and remainder will come from the fat. So fat is important, but that takes the last seat for you. Carbs are most important because that's what gives you instant fuel. Hope that answers your question.
How about the size of the meal? Like, should they consume a big meal or a small meals frequently throughout the day?
No, a big meal is never a good idea, Tasneem. A big
Okay.
meal is never a good idea. A balanced meal is what you should be looking at. A
Right.
big meal will not allow you to give your best. Okay. However, you can have some quick releasing carbs. So for example, simple carbs like a banana, like a peanut butter, sometimes banana and peanut butter can be an option. Sometimes, crackers or whole grain cookies just
Sure.
before the run. Those kind of things which will give you a large meal is going to make you lethargic. Never a good idea. And at the same time, I wouldn't say small meal as well. I would say
Okay.
a balanced 3 meals and good 2 snacks.
Right, right. So you prefer for a small meals, frequency throughout the day, right? With a balanced diet.
Your voice is breaking up.
I'm saying like, so you prefer a small meals throughout the day with a proper balanced diet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Balanced meals. Yes. Yes.
And sometimes like we get a lot of queries about from our runners, like especially for the race days. So what do you suggest about the eating through on a race day versus of a training days? What should we do eat like?
Sorry. Repeat your question.
I'm saying like, what do you suggest eating anything different on a race day and on a training days?
Okay. Race day, because you need that quick fuel. Pre-race, a good carb source,
Okay.
right? A quick releasing carb source, like I said, banana or some whole grain crackers, with peanut butter on it. And also a coffee is a good idea. Now, let's say if you're somebody who likes coffee, a coffee pre-run will make sure that you're able to give your best, and electrolytes,
Okay.
right? And obviously, while I'm saying all this pre-run, your basic premise remains the same. Your carbs, your protein, and your fats obviously remain there, right?
Right.
This is just pre-run. Now, the days when you are training, you may want to revisit your protein content,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
You won't be training and running the same day. So the
Right.
days when you're training, you can always increase your protein. So the basic requirement of protein is anywhere from 4.8 grams per kg body weight to 1 gram per kg body weight. You can go up to easily about 1.2 to 1.3 kg per per gram your body
Got
weight.
it.
So that's how you can really maneuver your diet.
And another question that you must be knowing that these days the cheat days and off days are very popular, right?
Right.
And so how important is to make sure that we are meeting a nutrition's requirement on a cheat days?
Okay, especially for my athletes, for all my clients who are athletic, or even the young clients, who are now into, six packs of bodybuilding, I always tell them to follow a formula of 90-10. Okay,
9, sorry. Okay.
90-10. So
90-10.
90% of the times you eat your balanced meal, which means
Okay.
you're taking your carbs, protein, fats, vitamin, minerals. It's a fistful, right? So just pack your fist in all your meals, carbs, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals in each meal. So let's say for your breakfast, you can have, and especially for runners, you could have whole eggs with either, let's say toast or millet or banana and a cup of milk can be a good breakfast. Same way for the lunch. If you're a meat eater, you could have some meat or eggs or dairy product or, legumes and dals and pulses along with a good source of carb. And obviously your fat comes in with your cooking sources.
Sure.
And add fruits and vegetables to your meal. Now, having said that, you cannot have something that you like forever because you're a runner or you're an athlete or you're a player. So an occasional drink or a dessert or a pizza or something that you like is absolutely okay. What you need to do is do not become greedy when you think of a cheat day or a cheat meal. Do not overeat. What you need to learn is you need to learn to eat in moderation and you need to make wise choices. So, for example, if you're having a pizza, you take a pizza and take a side of salad and get some more chicken on the pizza. So it makes it protein rich as well.
Right.
Right? If you're drinking, never drink on an empty stomach. And if you're drinking, make sure that you stick to one or max two drinks, and you eat wisely. So your snacks can be, instead of the chips and the mixtures and, the fries, you can always look at roasted chana, you can look at paneer, you can look at grilled chicken. So make sure that, you're being wise as well and enjoy the food that you like. So 90% of the time, eat sensibly, and 10% of the time, you definitely can indulge. So that it's easier for you to follow, later. Now, tell me something. You asked me this question. How is your cheat day routine? How many cheat meals or cheat days do you take, and what is your diet plan like?
Uh, I would say that the cheat days and the plans vary from runners to runners. You know, so like some like to go for a drinks, and keep the eating part light, and whereas other might enjoy eating a fancy meals throughout the day, right? Or they sometimes skip a meal, just to balance out the day. And if you ask me, like, for me, there is no ideal way for celebrating a cheat day, right? And I prefer to go out with my family, and I have my some, to eat at my some favorite restaurants. But while during the day, I prefer keeping it a light in order to, balance it out. So I don't go for like, starving the whole day, but as you suggested that, a balanced diet throughout the day.
Right. The other tip for you, Tasreem, is like you said, there are few runners, or maybe in your group, is that because you're taking a cheat meal, that you would skip a pre or the post meal because you're taking a cheat meal. Don't do that. That's not a good practice. So there are no compartments in your body saying, okay, you've taken a cheat meal now, so next meal don't follow. You take a cheat meal, next meal, eat properly. You may eat little less because you may be full.
Right.
Right? So no compensation mechanism.
That's
Yeah.
really very helpful.
The next thing that I really want to ask is hydration and energy is the key thing for you guys, right? Because you're running and it's a long run. Now, most of them take their electrolyte supplements so that there's a sudden surge of energy which you really need. So, what do you think, and which one do you take?
Uh, so again, that's depend, like depend on runners to runners. Like what are the the things that they are taking it. And if you ask me, and from a Victorious Vectors as a group, we prefer for a fasten up, for our hydrations and electrolytes before and after the workout. So normally, like some of the runners, they use it during their workout sessions as well, right? So we have a different kind of a workout sessions. We go for a tempo run, the speed runs and all. So while training for a race ahead, in order to ensure uh, that our bodies are well acquainted with the nutrition gels, right? So like every Victorious Vectors runners, we are just having a these fast enough gels that we have it, right?
Oh, great.
And normally for our race days, we use a fast enough energy gel. So these are the products that we
Wow.
use it. Yeah.
Right. Great.
I think
Right.
you have given us really wonderful tips. So can you just tell us about which are the 5 key nutrients for our runners?
Sure. So the basic premise remains the same, like I said, your carbs, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals. However, for runners, like I said, so you guys need a lot of recovery. So protein, of course, being on top. Then we have omega-3 because that's what comes in pictures for recovery. Now, and omega-3 is something which your body does not synthesize. So you need to make sure that it's part of your diet. If you are a vegetarian, your sources are like flaxseed, chia seeds, cooking oils, so those are the things. If you're a non-vegetarian, then of course you have meat sources. If not, omega-3 supplement, but make sure that you have omega-3. So protein, omega-3, vitamin D, very important. You don't just need the muscles, you do need bones as well, right? So vitamin D is very important. Magnesium, very important for runners because this is one, mineral which kind of helps you recover and which relaxes you from head to toe. So magnesium, and the fifth one is electrolyte. That's for your energy, of course. Like you spoke about it just now.
Yeah.
So always remember protein, omega-3, magnesium, vitamin D, and electrolytes.
So
These are my 5
you have given
favorites
a
when it comes
maximum.
to running.
So you have given a maximum weightage to a protein. So how protein
Absolutely.
is going to benefit a runners? So is
So
there any good
protein,
supplements available in a market? So you suggest something good for protein
okay.
as a
Yes.
supplements? Yeah.
So there are two questions. I'll take them in two parts. Uh, your question that I've given most priority to protein, and why so? While we all know protein is a bodybuilding thing, we're literally made up of protein, right? So our cells, our hormones, our enzymes, our hair, skin, nails, everything is tissues, everything is made up of protein. So we're literally proteins if you look at it, right? However, for your group, for runners, for athletes, you need protein for tissue repair. You need it for exercise recovery. You need it for injury prevention. You need it for immune function. And very important, for the production of oxygen carrying red blood cells. When you're running, your uh, blood flow has to be right there, so for the
Yeah.
oxygen carrying red blood cells, so you need protein for these many functions, and thereby it becomes extremely important for you to have good quality protein. So
Correct.
obviously you have natural sources of protein like your dairy products, eggs, meat, seafood, nuts, seeds, pulse, legumes, all of those. However, sometimes what happens, you may not be able to add so much to meet up your requirement.
Right. Right.
And so you do kind of, look for protein supplement. Personally, like you showed me, I'm sorry, I don't have the box right now to show me. It's there in the kitchen and I'm
No
sitting in my
problem.
working space. Right. So I do use Fasten Up Women Protein, which has antioxidants and the other things needed for Fasten Up. The thing which I like about Fasten Up is that they do not add any artificial things in the protein powder or in other products. There is no, it's more natural.
Okay.
Yeah, not so many chemicals. So I personally have been using their spirulina powder, their protein, vitamin C and zinc combination, NAC, electrolytes. So I use a range of them, and I have trust on it. So
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
that's what I would personally say fast enough.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of other questions from our joinings, the guys who have
Yes.
joined
So
us.
let's just look at a few
So
of the questions. I read a very interesting question. Somebody asked that I'm preparing for army. What are the health tips for me? Make sure that you work out every day. Make sure that you're hydrated and taking good amount of protein. If you're looking to cut down, if you're looking to become a little lean, make sure that your carbs are whole carbs, and you cut down your carbs to 35 to 40%. Increase your protein so that you're able to work out better, because body is very important when you're going for your army interview. Um, and make sure that you have good sleep. So when you start working out, the recovery is very important. The recovery happens when you have a good sleep.
sure.
So sleep, food, stress, water is what is very, very important, whether army or in general. But yes, you need to become a little more disciplined when it comes to your army interview or being an athlete. How is grass-fed protein for runners, and when to take it? Now, it really depends what is the source of this grass-fed protein. You'll have to, give me a little more detail of this, Varun, before I can answer this question. Any collaboration opportunities? I'm not sure how to answer that. However, you could follow me on my Insta handle and I could see if there is anything. Earlier, I said my Insta handle is at nutrify.with.nidhi. Need to know pre-workout powder is good for doing physical workout. Again, it depends. Pre-workout powder or a post-workout shake will depend on the kind of workout you're doing. Do you really need it? Because if you're just lifting minimum for 20 minutes to 30 minutes, you don't perhaps need a natural source of food is good enough for you. A fruit, is good, or a oatmeal. Pre-workout powder, what is your target? And then I can comment more. Can girls use L-carnitine? Again, what is your goal? Is it possible to follow IF with running, especially if you run in the morning and strength training in the evening? Well, you have to look at your window then. If you want to practice IF, and also IF is not a dieting strategy, it's a way of life. It is a lifestyle, right? So if you're using it as a dieting strategy, it's going to fall flat on your face. If it's a lifestyle that you can definitely look at, go ahead and follow IF. Maintain your number of calories in your eating window. I would say the best eating window for somebody who's running and training could be 16 to 8. Yeah. So you fast for 16 hours and you eat in the 8-hour window.
I think there is another question, good question, that about the amino acids, as when
What
and
about
how to
amino
take
acids?
these. Yeah.
See, you don't. Okay, so there's a lot of talk about BCAA, branch chain amino acids, which is the latest entry in the market. Again, you have branch chain amino acids in the food also, right? So rice has BCAA. When you move on to a supplement, you need to see your goal. You need to see how much because please understand, whether it is a protein supplement or an omega-3 or any other supplement that you may be taking, which is a supplementing food and not your vitamins and minerals, if you're not utilizing it, it is going to add up to your calorie balance. Yeah. How is fast enough grass-fed protein for runners? It is a good protein. It is a good protein.
So some of the runners also, especially from our beginners, and when they join us, they always have a question that, when they come for a training, so like, pre-workout, should they eat something like a banana or something like that, or they just come up with an empty stomach?
It's a very individual thing, Tasreem. So
Yeah.
there are few people who work out very well on fasted state, okay, and have very good results. However, there are people who cannot pull through in fasted state. They cannot perform. They cannot lift. Now, yes, if you work out on fasted state, your body will use the fat storage very well. The oxidation, the results will be much better. But if you cannot perform, go ahead and take a pre-workout snack. There's no point going fasted state when you cannot pull through it and have a lethargic performance there.
So it's all depends
So it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad, and it's depend individual to individual, right?
Absolutely. Like I can do very well in the gym without taking anything.
Yeah, and same here. For my full marathons, I prefer for a fasting before that.
Yeah. It's a very individual thing. You know how my body is being trained, how I have lived my life over the years. Now, there are few people who need something as soon as they wake up.
Right.
They cannot kickstart their day without, let's say, a cup of tea or a fruit. That's how they've really trained their mind and their body.
Correct.
Right? So there's no one rule fits everyone. And there's no one diet that fits everyone. Charming dessert, Rose, weight loss tips to reduce belly fat after C-section. Cut down sugar, cut down processed food, start strength training. Plank is a good option. Yoga is a good option. Make sure that you mix cardio and strength training, and you take balanced meal. Increase protein, reduce carbs, no sugar, absolutely no sugar, and you will see your belly fat getting better.
So, Megha
It is
have a
important to
question.
eat
Like,
fruit.
yeah,
Sorry.
Megha have a question. She's a runner. She's a group member of Victorious Vectors. She's from UK. So she has mentioned it's important to eat and have protein after runs over 10K or can stay without it for 2 to 3 hours.
I'm sorry, I just missed that
Yeah,
question. There is
just
somebody
go
who's
through it.
been
Yeah.
misbehaving, writing bad things.
That's just ignore it. The Thrive with Megha, she has joined us from a UK.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Is it important to have an protein after a run over 10K or stay without it for 2 to 3 hours?
Well, see, we did a special talk on this, okay? So, Megha, please understand, when you run or when you work out, it's not that, suddenly your muscles have opened up and you need to fill protein fatafat fatafat. Doesn't work like that, right? So it's not necessary. I have seen people crazy to the core who carry their protein drinks to the gym because they've been told as soon as you work out, you need to have protein. That's the
Yes, yes.
biggest myth floating around, right? You can you can have it after 2 to 3 hours, or you can have it after half an hour or immediately. It's totally fine. The recovery is going to take place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it should not like
Anything
that
beyond
instantly you are
24
taking a
hours,
protein.
obviously.
Okay. So
Sorry?
it should not like that after a workout and instantly you have started taking a protein. There should be a break for
What is
half an hour.
happening?
Yeah.
Imagine you working out. So, it's not like muscles have opened up the door and now fill the protein fatafat. Doesn't work like that, right? Muscles need recovery. However, you also need to settle down. You worked out, you are sweaty, you are
Correct,
tired.
correct, correct.
Come relax and, have it. What you should have is sips of water during your workout and post your workout. Recover in 15-20 minutes, and then you see when do you want to have your protein.
So Shilaja is also from our group Victorious Factors. She had a question about BCAA. Does it have a sugar in it?
Okay, so when you're taking BCAA supplement or any other supplement for that matter, please make sure that you read the label. Very, very important. I had in fact done a post on my social media handles about the importance of reading nutrition label. Just don't fall for the name, what it says on top. Go back and see, are there any trans fats? Are there any chemicals? Are there any things written that you cannot understand? It can come in the form of numbers, E903, E927. Beware of those things. See, sugar can come in 300 names. It can be sucrose, maltose, anything ending with OSC is sugar. So make sure that you read your labels very well. Ma'am, what do you eat for breakfast? Okay, my breakfast is very simple because my mornings are a huge rush. I'm rushing to the clinic. The days when I have time, I generally have, poha with some hemp seeds or poha with some sprouts. But generally, it's egg whites, 3 egg whites with 1 yolk, with either a fulka or toast. That's my set breakfast. Sometimes it can be the moong dal dosa or the mixed dal dosa. I make sure that there is protein in my breakfast because one, even if I get very late at clinic, it is not going to make me hungry. And second, it's going to fuel my energy through the day. So the combination of protein, carbs, and fat is extremely important at the time of breakfast. Look at your traditional breakfast and make sure that you club it with protein. So let's say you're having idlis, have it with sambar. You're having paratha, have it with curd. Having toast, have it with eggs. Having poha or vermicelli, club some sprouts, and make sure that if you're adding sprouts, you're cutting down on poha. You can't have so much of poha and then so much of sprouts. So balance it out.
So that's
That's
again
how it
the
really.
breakfast should be a light and high rich of protein and other nutrients, right?
Sorry, your voice is not clear.
The breakfast is again should be a light with high rich of proteins and the carbs.
Breakfast should not be light because you've eaten the previous night and you're eating now.
Okay.
And So understand this, Tasreem. That's the time when your brain is most active through the day, right? You're setting up, you're kicking start your day at that time. So you need very good breakfast. Your amount could be low, but it has to be energy dense. It need not be calorie dense meal. It should be energy dense meal. And that's why you should definitely have protein. You should definitely have carbs.
Okay.
Yeah. A light breakfast will make sure that you need a cup of coffee by 11 o'clock. I've had clients, who said, oh, 11 o'clock, my body gives up. I need that coffee shot. And after 30 days, they said they don't need coffee at all. So your breakfast
And
is, I mean, all the
another,
meals are important, but your breakfast is kind of setting up the tone for your day. Yeah. Charming dessert rose, ma'am, is IF helpful? IF, like I said, is a way of life, is a lifestyle. It's not a dieting strategy. Certain people can help, but can you pull through it? Don't do it for 2 months and then call it off, because everything is going to come back. If you can follow it for rest of your life, go ahead. It's the most amazing thing you can do.
so some of
What
the
should we
runners,
eat
they
before and
have a,
after workout?
yeah,
We've answered
but
this question already.
some of the runners, they
Yeah.
have a question that this is like, we go to office and we came late in the night, right? Either we should skip
Tasneem, I
a
can't
dinner.
hear you.
Okay, some of the runners, they have a question that, they go to office and they came late, and do they skip dinner, or sometimes they have a heavy dinner in the night? Is it a right thing to do?
Never, never. See, understand this. There's a concept of circadian rhythm, right? So each cell in your body has a biological clock. Each cell has a circadian rhythm. Your whole body has a circadian rhythm. So when you wake up, your body is at its peak. That's the time. So the way your body can digest and metabolize food at 8 o'clock in the morning, it cannot do the same at 8 o'clock in the night.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, got it.
You
Yeah.
have come back late from office, you are dead tired. Rest assured, you're not going to go for a run, you're going to laze around, you're going to watch TV, you're going to lie down. So at that time, when the circadian rhythm is following its own biological clock, your body is following the circadian rhythm. When it's in that mode of shutting off and getting ready to sleep, you put a large meal, it's going to get converted to fat. Period. So if you're coming late, and I have a lot of clients who do end up coming late, who do work US hours, UK hours, I tell them to carry their food.
Carry their foods. Okay.
Eat
At
on
least,
time,
At least
Yeah.
they can have something at around 8 o'clock or something like 7:30 around.
Have a good snack, like a supper, and then you come back home, you can have a glass of milk, you can have, some, let's say, egg whites or something,
Yeah.
but not having a full-fledged, big Indian rich meal. Not a good idea.
Because again, they have to wake up early in the morning at 4:30, to come on a training. So we start our training
Correct,
program by
correct.
5:30
It
in the
doesn't make
morning.
sense. The body, see what happens when you eat a late night meal like this, while you may sleep, while you may feel that you've slept, you've not slept,
Yeah.
you just passed out because your body is still working on digesting that heavy meal, na?
Yeah.
Right? So you get a groggy, you feel bloated, you feel heavy, you may have acidity, all of that form. So it's definitely not a good idea.
So there should be a,
I think we're
interval.
pretty much towards the close now.
Yeah.
Maybe one last question from Tasreem if you have. Else, I think we're good to go for now. Charming
Sure,
Dessert
sure.
Rose, thank you for asking so many good questions.
So just
Okay,
the
ma'am,
last
do you
question,
have cheat meal once a week?
yeah.
Okay, let me answer this. I like this question. First of all, I don't call it a cheat meal because the whole word is very negative and it gives you a negative connotation. I did continue to say cheat meal because, Tasneem had asked that question. The moment I say cheat meal, there is a signal in my mind saying I'm doing something wrong. And that is why I am going to be eating all sorts of wrong things. So what I call it, either a treat meal or I call it, okay, bear with me, I am typing as I speak. Yeah, or I call it a deviation, right? So yes, I definitely do so, Charming Dessert Rose. I eat everything that I like, but I always do it in moderation. And for people who have difficulty doing this, I tell them to do an experiment. Let's say you like a chocolate, you have a cube of chocolate and sit for 5 minutes, and then you have whole bar of chocolate and sit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the taste of your mouth is same. So the pleasure foods are for pleasing your taste buds. Don't hog on them. And once you train your mindset like that, you'll be good to go. You'll be able to enjoy all sorts of food and maintain your weight, your health, everything. Yeah. Charming Dessert Rose, I hope I've answered your question. You would ask for my Insta ID. I have typed it there. It's nutrify.with.nidhi.
You have lot more questions, I think these guys can connect you directly.
Yes. If they have any more questions, they can directly connect.
Before we log off, my last question to you, last piece of nutrition advice for all the runners and athletes from your side.
All right. So make sure that you eat your balanced meals. Make sure that you have a very good sleep before a long run. Sometimes people who are in running or athletes, they underestimate the importance of sleep because they end up going early mornings for their runs, for their practice and stuff. So please have a good night's sleep and see your performance improving. And like I said initially, a good simple carb snack pre-meal and your electrolytes, and never ever ignore your protein requirements.
Thank you so much, Nidhi.
Yeah. Charming Dessert Rose, answer light, healthy dinner options. So you mentioned that you eat salad and you feel hungry. Obviously, you will feel hungry, no? Because see, most of the salad has high water content. You will pee it out, and the fiber, you will feel hungry after 2 to 3 hours. Whereas, if you have protein, you will sleep nicely. You will not feel hungry. You will feel relaxed. So add dal, add moong dal dosa, add eggs, add meat and meat products if you're a non-vegetarian. Make sure that you take lean cuts of meat. How many hours of sleep should we have? Anywhere between 6 to 8 hours. Good quality sleep, good restful sleep is what you should be looking at. Yeah? All right, I think we're good to go. It was pleasure talking to you, Taseem. Really enjoyed this Insta Live.
Yeah,
I will save this so that more and more people can watch it and benefit from this.
Right. Definitely. Thank you so much.
All right.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining in. Take care.